The most common question I ever get asked is how. And it's not a very easy question to answer, especially on TikTok where I only have 60 seconds. I figured I'd make a YouTube video reacting to my most viral TikToks and best guesses, hoping to explain some of my thought process and overall bring more reasoning behind each guess I made. Hope you enjoy. What better way to start the video than with this iconic TikTok?
Have you ever gotten a Snapchat from a girl?
No, this is Thailand. So immediately with Thailand here, I noticed we had Gen 4 coverage car, which is the blue camera driving left, and I noticed we had Thai language. So between those three things, I was able to narrow it down to Thailand pretty quickly here. We also had Thai telephone pole right here, which is helpful. Nice. This is Israel. Israel here, we have the double yellow outer lines. This could easily be like Jordan or UAE, but I think overall general vibes here I got with kind of how flat it was. I just went Israel here. It was. Lesotho. These mountains in the background are super common in Lesotho, where it's like very flat top, distinct. I could tell we were driving left just based off the way we were facing on the road. And between those two and those mountains, very distinct mountains. Once you've seen Lesotho mountains before and you play the game enough, things like this just become second nature. Just one of those guesses. Nice. This is a little more meta play. We had the Bangladesh car here. So this car with like the red reflectors, plus this kind of like road, plus this like pond or like river in the background. And these very common posters on trees are all very Bangladesh. But mainly here is just the car meta. This car is only found in Bangladesh. So Bangladesh. We'll take that. We'll take that. This one, I was stumped for a second, and then I saw the bollard. I was in between Malaysia and Indonesia, if I remember correctly. And then I saw this bollard right here, which is going to be Malaysia. I could also tell, obviously, we were driving left, and then also knew we had Generation 4 camera coverage, which means that if we're going to be Malaysia, we have to be mainland Malaysia, because Borneo Island, Malaysia doesn't have Gen 4. So, Malaysia, mainland. Nice. 5 for 5, keep going. 5 for 5, keep going. Keep going. Let's see what we got here. Eastern Turkey. So Eastern Turkey here, very standard road quality and road conditions for Turkey. When you get these green, like very bare in vegetation, but super green hills or rolling kind of landscape, it's most likely always gonna be Eastern Turkey, especially with this road. We also have the all white road lines, which is common in Turkey. You kind of get all different types of road lines in Turkey, but this is a pretty common pattern you see. Eastern Turkey. Nice, wow. Nice, wow. USA. So this is USA. I didn't like my guess. I feel like it's gonna be more south, but with, we had the stop sign here that I saw, and over all these trees feel like very south, like Georgia, Florida area to me. I think I clicked too far north. Ended up being decent enough. Yeah, these trees are super common in the south. Plus, kind of the pine and just the stop sign is very US with the green top. We also have a transformer on the telephone pole, which if we're gonna get in the weeds here is pretty common in the US and Canada. This looks like the A15 or the 15 in Jordan. So the 15 in Jordan is one of the first roads you learn as a pro, really. So the reason the 15 is so distinct is because it's one of the only major divided highways in Jordan. Once you recognize this road and you can see it's divided and you know you're in Jordan, it's pretty easy to identify the 15 versus others. Oh my god, it was nice. Oh my god, it was. This is Kenya. And then we just had the Kenya snorkel, which makes it really easy. Nice. And this is just Ghana. And then Ghana, another car meta. You can see like the mirrors in the front of the car here, which is Ghana. But this overall landscape, I just kind of went Kamasi and hope for the best. And this is just Ghana. Pretty freebie there. We'll take that. Fun fact about that video as well was I sat on that video for like 3 months before ever posting it because I never thought it was a good enough video to post and ended up being one of the most viral videos of all time, and I think was the reason why I met Ludwig, so I'm glad I posted it. All right, this next video is me guessing where I am in 0.1 seconds, which I think ended up doing like 18 million views, which is absurd. Let's just go through and dissect the guesses. Where I am on Google Maps, but in 0.1 seconds. So first one here, I went Portugal. Very controversial that I looked down in these videos, not because I'm looking at a tablet. I wanted to try and memorize what I had just saw. So here we had on Portugal, they had these fences on the side here, which are super common, or these gates. And then I noticed we had a Portuguese pole right here, and these roofs in the back with like this red orange roofing with this pole, all very Portuguese with the overall general feel. Something to keep in mind on these videos as well is even though like it's only in 0.1 seconds, I've played the game so much that a lot of this stuff just comes second nature and it's just like a sixth sense when you're guessing that maybe I didn't see this poll, but I think I maybe picked up on all these things together very quickly just because I played the game so much. Portugal. Nice. So this one was NT. As soon as you know you're in Australia here, which I got pretty quickly because of the white road lines driving left. NT is a pretty specific region, especially Northern Territory, like near Darwin, because of its tropicalness with like how bare it is. And then I used kind of the trees to understand that we're gonna be more north near Darwin, especially near that park where it gets more tropical and green. So kind of understanding and seeing this road before. I've looked at this road millions of times while I was studying Australia and trying to get better. So pretty easy guess here. That's NT up here, probably near this park. It's
just Canada.
The downfall.
Yeah.
So this one was Canada, and I am notoriously horrible at Canada. But what told me Canada here was we had this single yellow road line in the middle. If I'm in between the US and Canada, it's very common that you have this single yellow road line in Canada way more often than you do have in the US. So I went Canada here.
It's just Canada. Somewhere in Canada. Newfie.
It was just Newfie. All my homies hate Newfie. So this is gonna be Australia again. I recognize we had a yellow pole in the distance here, which means we're going to be in Western Australia. No other state in Australia has yellow poles besides WA, so I saw that immediately, and then I just went Western Australia.
That's Western Australia. Nice.
Nice, keep going. This one was the most controversial. I noticed we had the car. That's really all it is here. We had the Google car. The car right here is like a French flag. It's blue, white, red. And so once you see that, sometimes the Ghana, back of the Ghana car looks like that as well. But it's very common in Sri Lanka that you get this visible. So with that mixed with like the overall vegetation, skinny road, dirt color, it had to be Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Nice.
Nice.
Right. Keep going, keep going.
Keep going, keep going. This is pretty standard UK architecture. It's like one of those things where like anyone that lives in the UK also probably got this because you just pick up on the general feel of regions so quickly. You're like, yeah, that I've seen that before. I resonate with this. If it was like more white housing, I probably would have went Ireland or something, but ended up just being the UK here.
That's just the UK. Nice.
Here is a pretty standard Netherlands as well. So I saw we had yellow plates plus bike plus architecture. Very common, you get yellow front plates in the Netherlands, plus this like general architecture and someone biking, you kind of have to go to the Netherlands. Seeing all those things at once, I made an educated guess for Netherlands.
Netherlands. Pretty easy. We'll take that.
So this one I think ended up being Canada. Yeah, generally it's a 50-50. It was like right on the border. Now looking back, I don't think I would have went US on this again with the kind of like how much I played since I've made this video. These trees are like way more Canadian. Plus you have a wooden post right here, which is way more common in Canada. In general, the just general vibes that you get from this region right here now is way more Canadian to me than I think the US.
That's the US, and that's Canada. Are you kidding me? Alright, we're counting that.
This was Serbia. I think in the moment, I had no idea what this was, and I was like, in the moment, I was like, I have to say something quick for the TikTok. I'm gonna just say Serbia because it like that's what it felt like to me. This was the most impressive guess. It's not a very easy Serbia in my opinion. Even looking at the still frame here, but I think the road quality here with the white road line and this truck, something about it just like spoke Serbia to me. Again, one of those vibe guesses that you just pick up on. The more you play the game, the more you understand regions, and the more you get like a sixth sense of what a country looks like. This one was just kind of I pulled this from just deep within.
And that's just Serbia. One more.
And this one's gonna be Russia. We had these outer white lines dashed, and we also had no blue strip on this license plate over all the greenery. It's pretty Russian, so pretty standard Russia there.
Nice.
Nice. We'll take it. Keep going. That was a 10 circuit my first ever time I did 0.1 second games. And that ended up starting an evolution of a lot more challenges, but this was honestly the video that started it all for me. It did 18 million views and it kind of like catapulted all my videos from there. So this forever will have a special place in my heart. And from there, after I saw the success of that one video, I ended up making tons of challenges and variants off the 0.1 second video, to where I did like 0.1 second, but it's pixelated, half the screen, black and white, upside down. This one right here was half the screen and pixelated in 0.1 seconds. I think this was one of my most viewed videos of the challenge itself outside the 0.1 second. It just went insane. I think a couple million views. I think something very important to note on these videos as well is I think people always think I just sit down and record these in one try. I wish that was the case. The only ones I've ever done like one try are like the dirt or like the grass, using the concrete, like those type of videos are way more easier to one try. These where it's like 0.1 second but pixelated and blindfolded and half the screen, upside down, inverted colors. These take a while. It's not easy. My TikTok is mainly just highlights really, so I make mistakes just like everyone else. I am human, but it's easy to think I never miss a country, so I want to put that out there as well. But this is one of my best guesses I've had in this sequence, and it's insane.
Guessing where I am on Google Maps in 0.1 second using only half of the image, and it's pixelated.
So immediately, this one's gonna be Mexico. We had Gen 4 camera with these overall shrubbery on the side with the road quality. It doesn't really look like anywhere else in the world that I can think of. Pretty standard Mexico there. Mexico. Nice. Here we had Australia. We had Gen 2 coverage with these trees on the side of the road. Very, very standard Australia, and it felt very South Australia. Specifically like south near the Vic border. It looks like this down there. It didn't look too green, didn't look too tropical. But I just studied and looked at so many roads in Australia that this felt like that region for me. Again, I just went South Australia here and got pretty close.
Australia felt like South. Wow.
Great guess.
God, nice.
This is the most insane guess I've ever made in my entire life. And I would lie if I could sit here and explain to you how I made this guess, because I don't know. Like looking back, I tried to find reasoning behind it. I think the reason is the full video wasn't cropped because I'm not playing in, you know, vertical screen. There was an architecture here that was like pretty identical to, I think, the color palette of like a Dutch house. But yeah, this was pure human intuition / luck, I think, is all that went into this, really.
I literally couldn't see anything.
I couldn't.
It did feel European though. I'll go Netherlands. Oh,
This is like genuine, like what the heck just happened? I was flabbergasted.
my God, what?
I was like, okay, keep going. We gotta get under 60 seconds for the TikTok. And this one was gonna be, yeah, just a standard US here, or Canada maybe. I don't even remember. I was so like,
U.S. Northeast.
it was nice.
Final round. That's Slovakia.
Oh man, I choked this, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I remember thinking, do not mess this up, do not mess this up. This would be such a good video. Every time I make a good guess like that, I'm like, finish it out, come on. And then I just end up choking, but that's life. I mean, yeah, this is not an easy round. Honestly, that does look like Slovakia. Like even like looking at it now, I think it might have been Slovenia, which makes sense with this house, but I don't discredit myself for the Slovakia guess here. That's not a bad guess at all.
That's Slovakia. Oh my God. No.
I was so disappointed.
I choked. That was the most insane guess I think I've ever had.
Yeah, to this day, that's the most insane. Like, I have no reasoning behind it at all besides just luck, I think, honestly. But I'm sure there was something in there that made me think Netherlands. So we'll take it. And let's top it off with the most iconic video of all time. It's me dirt guessing. This was one of the videos where I really needed a video to post and I couldn't think of a video. And I was like, oh, I'll just guess using the dirt. There's a map called A Soiled World. A community member made it where it literally just pans in on soil around the world. And I just like sat down and played it. Within the first, I think, this might have been my second attempt at it. And I just got it. Soil and dirt is like something you learn when you're playing GeoGuessr, like as a pro. And goes into every single guess you make regardless. So it's really not that hard to just like look at soil and be able to guess where you are. This one people loved. I'm glad people loved it. It's one of my favorite videos of all time. Let's just dissect it a bit, shall we? Guessing where I am on Google Maps, but only using the dirt. Okay, round one here. Every time I watch people react to this video, it's always, I didn't even know North Botswana. I didn't even know Botswana existed, right? So something to keep in reminder in this game as well. The only countries that I am guessing from are countries on Google Street View. Very little countries on Google Street View have climate / sand / soil that look like this. Like even thinking about it right now, like it really could only be Botswana, maybe North Peru, maybe North Colombia. It just doesn't make sense for any other countries here. But basically this like white soil color with like this vegetation within it is super common. We also have a road here. I knew we were on a road and I knew this was the side of the road. And very common in Botswana, you get this like gravel roads. And then I said North Botswana because in the north, you get the sand up there. The more north you go, the more sand you get in Botswana. So it just made sense to me to say North Botswana. We have light gray soil, very arid climate. I'm gonna go North Botswana here. Nice. Slightly more east, but it was North Bots. Here, this like soil color and like this pebble on the side of the road here. It sounds weird even saying that, but the really only regions I think you would see this is going to be like Chile and New Zealand. It's just like very distinct side of the road coverage of like these rocks, especially when you can look beyond the rocks and see vegetation as well. It helps make an educated guess beyond just looking at the pebbles. But here it's just, I think playing back, I used to get New Zealand and Chile wrong a lot just because of the side of the roads kind of look similar. Here it's just a vibe guess. It just looked like New Zealand to me. Round two looks like New Zealand immediately with this soil color. I'm just gonna go New Zealand here, South Island. It was nice. Ooh, this one. This is the infamous looks like Brazilian dirt, and it does. And I know people meme me for saying that. I'll go to my grave with Brazilian dirt on my gravestone. But anyone that's played the game long enough and any pro I would show this video to, they'd be like, yeah, that's the most Brazilian dirt I've ever seen. Basically, it's very red soil. It just looks like Brazilian dirt. This is very much Brazilian dirt, Northeast Brazil. And the reason I said Northeast Brazil, you can find this color of dirt kind of in a lot of regions of Brazil. In the Northeast, it's way more dry, and I could tell by the climate, it did look a lot more dry and a lot less tropical. I knew we were gonna be near the Amazon. I knew we were gonna be near like Parana. Very, very dry climate, and we had these fences in the back I could see. So between the arid climate and these fences, plus knowing it was Brazilian dirt, I was able to pinpoint it to Northeast Brazil fairly easily. Probably. Yep. Pretty standard guess. Round four, it looks like Brazilian dirt again. This like very red soil, climate, green on the side of the road quality itself, the road length, the road width. These are all things going into my guess as well, besides just the dirt color. It is guessing based off only dirt, but it's also what's in the dirt, what's around the dirt, looking at these pebbles on the side, on the green, things like that. Same red soil. I feel like it would be over here in this region though. Again, this is a climate guess. It felt like kind of near that Bolivian border, kind of near the Amazon, pretty green. The further you get to like the Argentina panhandle, it's like very red soil near that border right there. Obviously all in Brazil you get kind of that soil color, but again, just kind of a vibe guess. If it is slightly more south, we'll take that. We'll take that around here. Ooh, this is a tough one. I think it's just Russian soil here though. Yep, so this one was strictly just a vibe as well. And again, I'm looking at the soil color and I'm looking at the side of the roads. I'm looking at the road itself, kind of the road quality, the soil, and kind of the overall composition of this road. It's just very common in Russia, specifically Western Russia, where maybe more Eastern Russia, it would feel more green, things like that. Yeah, it has to be like Western Russia. It was Western Russia. Not bad. Not bad. Sweet. That was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys want more of this, I'll do a part 2. Let me know. I love looking back at these videos, kind of like nostalgic, and to see the genuine happiness that some of these guesses make me, it makes me happy again. Don't forget to subscribe. Please like. It honestly helps a lot. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Thank you for watching anyways. See you next video.